Hey guys, Mitko here from DNModels, and today we're unboxing Zvezda's T-14 Armata new tooling 2016 tank. The box is big, it's made from thick cardboard, yellow, and it becomes a standard for newest Zvezda kits. On the side of it there are few other options available from Zvezda, and on the back there are a couple of pictures of the built Armata tank plus some description of what we have in the box. There are 410 details in this kit, and the overall length of the tank is 30.9 centimeters, which is pretty big. Zvezda also placed a QR code on the box, but when I checked it, it appeared to be non-working. I hope that this will be fixed in the near future, but only time will tell. The pictures of the built tank are clear. The tank itself is painted as a demo parade camo shown last year. Everything is done with the help of Ural Vagon Zavod, the main manufacturer for Armata platforms, and hopefully that guarantees for accuracy and precision of the dimensions of the scale model. Opening the box, we have a leaflet with instructions, several milkish bags with the plastic parts inside of them, small sheet for spare parts eventually, the decals, and a lot of empty space. The instruction sheet resembles the Mia instructions leaflet, however, here we have less explanation which part represents what, and everything is only black and white. There is a short description of the sprues and two color profiles which are not in color. In between the sprues there are two meshes shown which are made from plastic, and you will see them shortly in the kit. They're to be used instead of the photo etch we are used to last couple of years with the armor models. The black and white profiles of the tanks are pretty poor. The single-tone camouflage is self-explanatory, however, the standard three-tone camo is worthless even if you use the box art as a helping tool. Everything starts with turret assembly, main gun barrel, which is unfortunately two-piece decision, smoke grenade launchers, small add-ons, and the turret gun. As I mentioned, none of the parts are described, and you're only guessing what you're building if you're not a professional. The instructions continue with the nets that are supposed to cover the engine deck, which, as I mentioned, we are used to be made from photo etch. However, the price here dictates the use of the cheapest material, just like the Mia does with their kits. Otherwise, the hull construction is simple, however not oversimplified. It looks nice and it's suitable for beginner modelers. The tracks are also simplified, and in my opinion this is the best part of the tank. Why? Well, because the tracks are hidden beneath the fenders and you do not need movable ones. The rest of the tank is pretty straightforward. Of course, some minor details added to spice up things a little bit and complicate the build to please the more experienced modelers. However, the instructions are not on the level of the kit itself. The plastic parts are molded nicely. We have upper and lower part, which have great detailing and are made from the plastic material that Zvezda are using and you probably are familiar with. You might encounter some cracks, but in this particular case I never saw one. There is a small note for the lack of texture over the plastic, however with the proper primer this can be solved like a breeze. We have some welding marks on the tank, some minor rivets molded, as well as all the detailing needed for that sophisticated and modern machine scaled down to 35th scale. It's surprising that on the bottom we have enough detail, which is unusual for tanks and of course unusual for Zvezda, but they're proving to be a newcomer and a heavy hitter on the market already. On the other sprues we have smaller details which are molded with also great precision. Some of the usual substitutes made from photo etch materials are completed here with finesse, and I might add that the kit as a standalone model, it's wonderful, especially at that price. You can see for yourself that every bit of a detailing here required is available, and you do not have to improvise or compromise with anything. The turret, of course, is at the same level. All the reactive armor plates, all the small rivets and markings are there, nothing to complain about. Especially nicely is completed the bottom of the rear part, which is closest to a mesh as possible, at least within the limits of the injection molding. I assume that some companies might do this in photo etch, however, I think this is enough as a detail, especially when having in mind that this goes on the underside of the turret and might not be visible. I gotta give that to Zvezda, they did a great job with it. Overall, the turret, which shape in the original thing is simplified due to the modern technology, looks perfect here. The tracks, as I mentioned, are simplified, which I like especially in that kit. They have no compromises in terms of molding, but are not single track links, which will save time and effort. Even with that, we have enough detailing here, as well on the wheels, idlers and sprockets. Actually, this is one of the best detailed kits of Zvezda that I have seen, and it's engineered according to the latest standards, probably trying to achieve Tamiya's simplicity, great level of detail, and lower price, of course. Next sprue we have the teeth of the tracks, which are again molded in larger pieces. There is no flash, nothing complex, nothing too scary. And as I said, I honestly prefer those to the single track links. The other detail presented on this piece of plastic, as you can see for yourself, is pretty clear and is delicate enough. On the next larger sprue we have the gun barrel, some other minor parts, the machine gun, some more tracks and some plates. Unfortunately, the gun barrel is two-piece decision, which probably will complicate things. However, companies like Voyager does present us with aftermarket substitute for those, and if you get them, you will be still below the price of the competition. However, on the same sprue we have example of almost perfect molding for a mesh-like texture, which we have seen already on the turret, and I will repeat again, Zvezda are doing their best and they're doing great, gaining speed quite fast. Fenders are probably the biggest parts after the hull and are molded with precision. However, the design of the real thing itself makes this easy job for the scale modeling companies in terms of detailing, probably because the whole thing looks pretty dull on the outside. Having that in mind, we gotta note that the details here, the lines, the brackets, the rivets and so on are depicted nicely, and probably one of the letdowns are the sidebar armor of the rear parts of the fenders. It is thick But once again, aftermarket companies came out already with substitute for those, especially for tack-on kits, which eventually will fit this one, or pretty soon we will see Zvezda-oriented photo etch sheets. Next we have a small envelope containing the two different meshes, the clear parts and the decals. The decals look like they are made from Behemoth, and this is my information so far, which means they are nice enough. The clear parts are surprisingly many for this kit, but they remain hidden and there is no need to discuss the quality here. There are two types of meshes, which probably most of the modelers will choose to avoid and pick photo etch parts, which hopefully will be out there soon. And the best thing of all, that Ural Vagon Zavod, the factory that produces the Armata, made this kit in collaboration with Zvezda, or the other way around of course, which pretty much guarantees the accuracy and the fact that the competition will be left behind. And I must add that besides the instruction sheet, especially the color schemes, Zvezda did their best, and this is one of their best options on the market. I hope that you liked the unboxing. Stay tuned for more. Check out the DNModels website in the description below for masks for the camouflage schemes for the Armata. Subscribe if you enjoyed, and see ya in the next one.